today's auction. I'm auctioneer Sumin Park. Before starting our auction in earnest, let me talk about today's item. In the past century, few nations have experienced the history as turbulent and dramatic as that of Korea. One of the world's poorest nations in the early 1960s, South Korea is now placed in the top bracket of economic maturity and income. In the background of these remarkable successes lies one heritage. That's what's on today's auction. How much would you like to pay for this? 100,000 won? 200,000 won? Frankly speaking, this was 1,000 won when it was first put on the market. In 1940, when Japanese Empire's exploitation was at its peak during Japanese colonial era, there lived one man named Jeon Hyung-pil. He went to extraordinary lengths to stop Korean cultural assets from being plundered by Japanese by buying them in. One day, one book, which was thought to have been lost, appeared in Andong, Gyeongbuk province. Though it was given by the king, the book owner did not realize its true value and put it on the market for 1,000 won. At that time, 1,000 won was enough to buy luxurious tile-roofed house in Seoul. Jeon Hyung-pil heard of this and bought it right away, paying 10,000 won, saying, "This book deserves a lot more than this." Korea is much in debt to this book for what she is now. This is Hunminjeongeum. Now, how much would you like to pay for this? 300,000 won? 500,000 won? For those who are overlooking the worth of this book, let me explain to you in more detail. Widely referred as the greatest legacy of King Sejong the Great, the Korean alphabet, or Hangul, was created in 1443. 3 years later, it was set out in published form together with a manual book explaining in detail. Sejong named them Hunminjeongeum, a proper sound for instructing the people. The manuscript is 33 pages long, consisting of 4 introductory pages written by King Sejong and 29 pages of commentary added by other scholars. King Sejong prefaced the book with purpose of inventing Hangul in short, yet leaving a long-lasting impression. The book reads, "The spoken language of our country is different from that of China and does not suit the Chinese characters. Therefore, amongst uneducated people, there have been many who, having something that they wish to put into words, have been unable to express their feelings in writing. I am greatly distressed because of this, and so I have made 28 new letters. Let everyone practice them at their ease and adapt them to their daily use." In human history, no one invented a character out of love for the people, except King Sejong. Afterward, explanations about principles and theory behind Hangul begin. The basic 5 consonant symbols of Hangul are iconically modeled after the human speech organs. The remaining consonants are created by adding extra strokes depending on the intensity of the sound. For example, G is the sound of letter G. As we make the sound, note how the root of our tongue blocks the throat. That is how Korean G looks like. G is a simple sound. K, or Korean K, has an extra stroke to it to represent an added aspirations. If the consonants are grounded in linguistics and science, there's something very different in the vowels, namely the philosophy of the universe. The round represents heaven, the flat represents earth, the upright represents man. These were the 3 basic vowels, and others were made by placing them in different ways. The vows therefore embody the harmony of heaven, earth, and man. There's nothing like Hangul in all the long and varied history of writing. No other document exists in the world which explicitly spells out inventor, theory, and motives behind the language's creation except Hunminjeongeum. This book, however, is also significant for another special meaning. Let's go back to Chon Young-pil's story. Japanese imperialists instituted a policy to obliterate Korean culture by banning use of Hangul. Japan denied the existence of Hunminjeongeum and a purpose of fictionalizing the legacy of King Sejong the Great. It was a matter of time for origin and roots of our Korean spirit to disappear. Fortunate rediscovery of Hunminjeongeum by the hands of Chon Young-pil could preserve not only Korean culture but Korean spirit and lead to shining economic development resulting in Korea of today. This is what constitutes special meaning of Hunminjeongeum. Now, I will ask this only once. How much would you like to pay